The Colorado State Treasurer Walker Stapleton, who believes very much in the superhero, but is very concerned about the not-so-super heroics going on in Washington. Treasurer, always good to have you. What do you make of this?
Well, Neil, first of all, welcome back. I can give you about 16.5 trillion reasons why we actually do have a spending problem. But beyond a spending problem, what I think we ultimately have here is a Pelosi problem. And what I mean by that is we have a collective ignorance on the part of legislative leaders and the president's economic advisors who do not have any sort of prerequisite business experience to even recognize that this is a threat, that this is a huge threat. What do people do when they're confronted with a threat? In the private sector, people diagnose a problem, map it out, and then proactively work to fix the problem before it ends up creating insolvency for their business.
Well, not if they don't see it as a problem, Treasurer. What they try to do then say, well, maybe we can correct this with taxes. In other words, if the issue is, yeah, all right, we see the debt, we see the compounded deficits, then we could address it by just hiking taxes. The underlying spending isn't the problem. Maybe not enough revenue is.
But the problem, Neil, is we're running out of revenue payers. You know as well as I do that the amount of people on subsidies is far outpacing the amount of people to tax. And, you know, the dangerous consequences, we've seen the consequence of Washington not coming up with policy formulations in a proactive way. We're still discussing Social Security solvency, which is pathetic. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to pay for our health care entitlements in this country. And there's a collective arrogance on the part of Congresswoman Pelosi when 50% of the American people are saying, please, do something about this. Don't let us
she's
default.
not alone, but, you know, I got to say, she's not alone. There are a number of prominent Democrats. The president himself said we don't have a spending problem as much as we have a health care problem and all this, and got to get under control, do that, you get everything under control. So you can be in denial a long time before you're starting to say that it's more than a river in Egypt, right?
It's true, but it's ultimately an arrogance saying, you know, we're the United States of America. We're never going to default. And what happens is it becomes ingrained, Neil, in the fabric of our country so that people start expecting we're just going to keep spending, keep these government services going, keep these support programs going, and somebody else down the line can figure out how to pay for it. But that's not how the IMF sees us. It's not how the World Bank sees us. It's not how our foreign creditors see us. And we have to actually have a collective consciousness and not an ignorance that we've got to finally do something about this problem, and keep pretending that it does not exist doesn't serve anybody.
All right, Treasurer, thank you very, very much. Now